In my novel, The Valley of the Moon, I invite readers to explore a world where dreams intertwine with reality. Set against the backdrop of California's breathtaking landscapes, the story follows a couple seeking freedom and authenticity amidst the constraints of society. As they journey through the enchanting valley, they discover not just the beauty of nature, but also the depths of love and the resilience of the human spirit. The Valley of the Moon, a journey of self-discovery and the allure of the land. The Valley of the Moon is a 1913 novel by American author Jack London that tells the story of a working-class couple, Billy and Saxon Roberts, who leave their lives in Oakland behind to search Central and Northern California for suitable farmland to own. The novel is set in the early 20th century and is notable for its scenes depicting the couple's interactions with an artists' colony in Carmel, as well as their ultimate settling in the Valley of the Moon in Sonoma County, where London himself lived and built his ranch. Plot summary. The novel begins with Billy working as a teamster and Saxon toiling in a laundry in Oakland. Billy has boxed professionally with some success, but decides there is no future in it. The couple's early married life is disrupted by a major wave of strikes, with Billy becoming involved in violent attacks on strikebreakers and ending up in jail. Saxon loses her baby in the aftermath of the violence. After Billy is released from jail, Saxon insists they leave the city and try to find their own farm. They discover the government no longer gives out land freely, but continue their journey through areas dominated by Portuguese settlers, who have arrived poor and prospered by using the land more intensively than earlier European settlers. They take a liking to an artist's colony, but decide to keep searching. Billy begins dealing in horses as well as driving them, and returns to the boxing ring using a new name to win a fight quickly. He uses his reward money to buy a pair of horses and resolves to fight no more. The couple also encounters a well-known writer and journalist, Jack Hastings, considered by many to be a self-portrait of London himself at the time of the novel's conception. Directed to the Valley of the Moon, Billy and Saxon settle there happily at the book's end. The name, Sonoma Valley, is considered by a character to be a Native American name meaning Valley of the Moon, though this etymology is disputed. Themes and influences. Though not one of London's most popular works, The Valley of the Moon remains in print and has been described as a road novel 50 years before Kerouac, and as reflecting London's loss of hope in socialism and growing interest in scientific farming, as well as a hymn of praise to his second wife, Charmian. Much of the novel is autobiographical, with London's own experiences as a boy disliking farm life and later buying land in the Sonoma Valley and moving to his beauty ranch, serving as inspiration. Like participants in the country life movement, London wanted to preserve the vitality and restorative qualities of farm and ranch life through the application of the latest experiments in soil conservation, crop rotation, and scientific breeding. Historian Kevin Starr writes in the 1998 edition's foreword that, in his frequently stated pleas for respect for the environment and for scientific, read less intrusive farming, London anticipated the rising tide of environmentalism in 20th century California. He adds that London presents this philosophy and practice being driven by a post-frontier consciousness that America, both the people and the place, could be used up. While the novel has been criticized for a wandering plot, too many unnecessary details and episodes, and excessive emotionalism in the characters, it remains a valuable document of its times. The book is seen as a revealing indicator of some of the cultural impulses that powered America during the Progressive Era, with London contributing to several of these, including participation in social and economic disturbances of the 1890s, involvement in realistic and naturalistic literary tendencies, and activism in reform groups early in the 20th century. Legacy and impact. A film adaptation of The Valley of the Moon was made in 1914, with actor-director Jack Conway playing Billy and Myrtle Steadman as Saxon. The novel is also referenced in Malcolm Lowry's 1947 novel Under the Volcano. Jack London's Beauty Ranch, now part of Jack London State Historic Park in Glen Ellen, California, is the legacy of his passion for the land and features remnants of his and wife Charmian's life on the ranch. The park attracts fans of London's writing as well as nature lovers with its scenic beauty and hiking riding trails. In 1915, London wrote, "I am rebuilding worn-out hillside lands that were worked out and destroyed by our wasteful California pioneer farmers. I believe the soil is our one indestructible asset, and by green manures, nitrogen-gathering cover crops, animal manure, rotation of crops, proper tillage and draining, I'm getting results which the Chinese have demonstrated for 40 centuries." This forward-thinking approach to sustainable agriculture foreshadowed many modern farming methods. While not London's most famous work, The Valley of the Moon stands as an important novel in his body of writing, reflecting his views on the environment, land use, and the restorative power of rural life at the turn of the 20th century. Its themes and influence can still be felt over a century later.